The government is taking advantage of outdated law on privacy and technology to track Americans. Never mind if the police are watching after me. But what if they are tracking me?
Today we're talking about the right to privacy. Specifically, should the government have the right to track people based on their cell phone signals?
Okay, now where are you finding this in the news currently? Give me an example of a story.
Well, recently the government has been asking judges to force cell phone companies to give them access to tracking information. Most people know that cell phones can be used as tracking devices because cell phone companies have marketed this so people can say keep track of their kids. Of course, that's voluntary. What the government wants to do is to be able to use cell phone signals to track people in real time without their consent.
There is now legislation in Congress that would make sure police get a court order before accessing any of your cell phone data, Shepard.
But police have a completely different take, right, Trace?
Yeah, and they acknowledge they do track cell phone data, but they're saying it has nothing to do with invading your privacy and everything to do with enforcing security. They say they only use the information to investigate crimes and to track missing persons, and that obtaining a warrant can slow that process down. But former LAPD Detective Mark Furman says that's a risky policy. Here's Judge Andrew Napolitano. Listen.
The principle is the same no matter what the police are seeking to invade, whether it's your medical records, your legal records, your banking records, your cell phone records, or your computer records. If the government wants it, it needs a search warrant. If it gets it without a search warrant, it has committed a crime in the act of getting it.
Freedom of Information Act exemption says, compiled for law enforcement purposes, the release of which could reasonably be expected to constitute an unwarranted invasion of personal privacy, and could reasonably be expected to interfere with law enforcement proceedings.
But the ACLU says, and I'm quoting here, the practice is so common that cell phone companies have manuals for police explaining what data the companies store, how much they charge police to access that data, and what officers need to do to get it.